your memory a little bit? Just a little bit or a lot? Good morning, everybody. Good. So this was just a glimpse, a small glimpse we have in mind. And right now, the words that come to our mind are fun and frolic, games, songs, dance, music. Before I further jog your memory, I welcome you all. Namaste to all of you. Most importantly, I welcome the chief guest of the day, Shri R.K. Vanchu, Executive Director, BHEL. We are honored with your gracious presence, sir. Thank you. I am Rupa Rao from 1985 batch, the rocking batch. And I'm the anchor of the show. I'm from 1983 batch. Hello, everybody. And I'm co-anchoring with Rupa. Mrs. Padmavati is just walking in. Friends, we are here to meet our revered seniors, our lovable juniors, of course our benchmates and batchmates. We are meeting them on and off. We are here to reminisce, to relive our past, to redeem from oblivion those vivid pictures of our school days, our friendships, our fights, our crushes, our parties, our activities, and so on and so forth. We are most importantly here to pay rich tribute to our dynamic principals for setting a benchmark in administration and for building competitive teams. We are here to rekindle our memories of our beloved teachers who, with their bountiful knowledge, spirit of camaraderie, fine manners, etiquette, infinite patience, have left an indelible mark on the sands of time. Yes, we are indebted to you. I extend a very warm welcome to all of you, all the ex-students of BHEL High Secondary School. Welcome to all of you. I also extend a very, very warm and a hearty welcome to all the principals who are present here. Welcome to all of you. Thank you so much for being here. We have a lot of activities lined up today, and I'll just take you briefly through the agenda. First, we'll have the lighting of the lamp by the principals and the ED of BHEL. This will be followed by our national song, Vande Mataram. And here, I want your cooperation. We will all collectively sing the national song, right? Yes. Very good. After that, what do we do in the assembly at school? We sing Vande Mataram, and that is followed by? What is it followed by? The pledge. Exactly. So we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to have the pledge. And then Kudus will be reciting a poem. And we will continue. So now I'd like to invite the principals and Mr. Vanchu, the ED of BHEL, to please come and light the lamp. What is the motto of our school? What is the motto? Do you remember? Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Lead me from darkness to light. Here we are not talking about merely light and darkness. The prayer says, lead me from ignorance to knowledge, from hatred to love, from the finite to the infinite. Please pray that this Jyoti will be a witness to all our wonderful activities today. The lighting of the lamp by the principals and the ED.
वन्दे मातरं सुजलां सुफलां मलयज शीतलां सस्यश्यामलां वन्दे मातरं सुब्रजोत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनीं पुल्लकुसुमित द्रुमदलशोभिनीं सुहासिनीं सुमधुरभाषिणीं सुखदां वरदां मातरं वन्दे मातरं वन्दे मातरम्.
India is my country, and all Indians are my brothers and sisters. We now have Mrs. Madhuri performing an invocation dance. This is a dance dedicated to Lord Ganesha, the remover of obstacles. She will perform it.
गणनायकाय गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि. गानचतुराय गानप्राणाय गानान्तरात्मने गानोत्सुकाय गानमत्ताय गानोत्सुकमनसे गुरुपूजिताय गुरुदैवताय गुरुकुलस्थायिने गुरुविक्रमाय गुह्यप्रवराय गुरवे गुणगुरवे गुरुदैत्यकलक्षेत्रे गुरुधर्म सदाराध्याय गुरुपुत्र परित्रात्रे गुरुपाखण्डखण्डकाय गीतसाराय गीततत्त्वाय गीतगोत्राय धीमहि गूढगुल्फाय गन्धमस्ताय गोजयप्रदाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि.
Louder applause for Madhuri. She's one of the senior most students of the school. I would now like to invite the principals and the ED of BHEL. Please come on to the dais. Please come on to the dais. Mr. Raman. Mrs. Padmavati, Mrs. Vasanta, Mr. Prasad Rao, Mr. UV Rao, Mr. Vanchu. I request Shashi Bhushan to kindly hand over a bouquet, shawl and a memento to Mr. Raman. Mr. Raman, the first principal of our Director of BHEL, Mr. R.K. Vanchu. A loud round of applause, please. The bouquet and the shawl to Mrs. Y. Padmavati. I now request Ganesh to please present the bouquet and the shawl to Mr. Prasad Rao. T.K. Anil will now present the shawl and the bouquet to Ms. W. Parvati. Next. Okay. I request Kuddus to kindly present the shawl and the bouquet to Jagan Mohan Rao sir. Next, Srinivasan will present the shawl and the bouquet to Mr. UV Ramana sir. Please applaud for all the principals on the dais. Please applaud. This is a momentous occasion. The Executive Director of BHEL, Mr. R.K. Vanchu, to say a few words, please.
Respected and distinguished principals on the dais, teachers and staff of higher secondary school, ex-students, organizers of this function, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to first of all convey my greetings to all of you on this joyous occasion of the ex-students meet in this very campus. I can understand how nostalgic it must be for you and how emotional it must be for you to be seated probably in the same place where you used to have your assembly during. Looking at the dais, I am reminded of my own teachers. People say after the God, it is the teacher that makes the destiny of a man or a woman. Ladies and gentlemen, I can see all of you are well settled in your daily routines. Please spare a moment for the contribution in your lives of the fine ladies and gentlemen sitting on the dais. I join all of you in paying our respects to them. Before I stop, I would like you to join me in conveying our appreciation, first of all, to all the ex-teachers and the staff for their participation today, for taking the trouble in coming from various quarters of the city and being present here. Please give a big round of applause. Please also continue this applause for all the ex-students who have been able to make it possible to have this great occasion today, a very lively function today. And finally, let us not forget the organizers. They must have been working for it for the last, I don't know how much time. Give a big round of applause for them also. Please have fun, enjoy. It's a very lively day today. It is wonderful to be present here. I would like to convey my gratitude to the organizers for giving me this opportunity of being today amongst you. Thank you very much and namaskar.
Thank you, sir. It's our pleasure that you are here. You have made this event possible, sir. Thank you so much. Narsimha will now present a small memento for appreciation. Narsimha, to Mr. Wan, please. Thank you. Now, before we begin with the proceedings of the day, so many teachers who were there with us in bringing us up, they are not here amongst us today. There are some of our friends too who have called it the day. I request all of you to stand up and pay homage for a minute before we begin with the proceedings of the day. Thank you. Dr. V.K. Raman is the first principal of our school. He worked from 1965 to 67. The first batch of 10th class had, can you guess how many students were there in the first batch of 10th class? Yes, I did hear the right answer. 9 students wrote the class 10 exams. And Dr. Raman was the principal then. After he left high secondary school, he joined Hyderabad Public School as the vice principal. He worked there up to 85. He also worked at Johnson's School, Paramajyoti School, Amarapuram, and he worked as a rector for St. Martin's School and colleges. He has written over 70 textbooks for Goel Brothers. Please give a big round of applause for Dr. Raman.
Mr. Vanshu, principals, ex-staff, students, and ladies and gentlemen, I will tell a few humorous things which happened 47 years back. I was brought from the biggest school of Andhra Pradesh. I was headmaster there. They brought me here and said they wanted 3 higher secondary schools and 15 primary schools. In Sector 1, they showed me that the first primary school was there. When they took me, I saw only 5 classrooms there and 1 room as the principal's room, which was too small compared to the one which I had occupied earlier. Then I said, where is the school? They said, this is the school. I said, do you have at least students? Yes, of course. Good. I know you have parents, otherwise you won't have this. Then I joined, they showed me a very big plan, ground plan, having so many rooms. I said, where are they? It will come up. I said, every day I used to fight with them to build those classrooms. I was able to get some of the classrooms built. And in the morning, I used to come from the city. It was very difficult in those days. 8 o'clock, I used to get up and run. Even now I can run to the school because the bell would be ringing. And the government of AP department did not know the RTC. They used to come as they like, but still I used to run and be there because I wanted to help the children and the parents of the school. After that, when I was asked to move over, I moved in, and when I went there at 7 o'clock in the morning, I used to see students who were not admitted in the school. They were the buffaloes of this area. They will all be sleeping on the corridors. They won't budge because they don't know that I am the principal. And then I used to ask Professor Krishnan, who used to help me in India in those days. He said, sir, no, you must get the proper person to tell them. So we used to get the local fellows and they used to drive them. And buffaloes, as you know, sometimes even human beings, do not know the difference between toilet and other rooms. And when they leave behind their, whatever you call them. And I like to get the people from here to clean them. Sometimes there is no water, and I say, no sir, there are only 3 bore wells and they are dry. I said, unless we clean up the place, how to conduct classes? Sir, you can conduct in the open place. Yes, we used to put chairs, tables, and I must admire Mr. Krishnan and his wife. She was not his wife at that time. They all used to come and help me putting up the tables. That Srinivas, I remember 8th class he was there with his brother Sriram and sister also. They all used to help. Their father was very helpful. He was the transport officer. And then we'll start the lesson. Afterwards, I used to run to the DO and then etc. to get the recognition of the school. We put 3 chairs. With difficulty, we got the DO. And when I took him to the dais, there were 3 chairs. One for me, one for the DO, and one for the head of the factory. When I went there, the crow has beforehand already spoiled the seat. We didn't know, nobody knew. When I went there, I didn't know what to do. The head of the factory sat on the drum and come and sit here. The DO did not know that his seat was spoiled. That was an incident I always remember. And when Lal Bahadur Shastri came, they were always telling me, we are building the factory, man, how can we build the school? I used to say, build the school and then only you can build the factory. Yes. And they did help me. And I used to walk here. This was all wilderness, nothing. You can't come here after 6 o'clock. And I saw some trenches. I thought it was some sort of grave or something, but they were very long. You don't have more than 6 feet. How so such long trenches are here? They told me, no sir, that is the higher secondary school which is going to come. I said, we have all come and how are you going to get the building? Daily I used to go and fight, and then I got the building first, some rooms before I applied for recognition to Delhi. There was some other problem there. The Delhi said, no, we will not recognize your school because it is not a central school. I said, make it a central school. No, your factory is not producing any defense material. We cannot make it as a central school. I said, there must be other factories, even BHEL has got one at Trichinopoli and on other place also in the north, somewhere Bhopal also. Then I persuaded that there was only an Almira there in Delhi with one corner called the Central School Cell, it was called. I said, no cell business, open a new building, there will be many schools coming up, many private factories. So they started the idea of All India Higher Secondary Examination. That Srinivas Ramanujam, who was the first secretary to look after the center school, was very kind enough. We started those. And then of course I had to leave after 2 years because they wanted to introduce modern mathematics in HPS. I was the only man in India at that time trained. So he has asked me to come there and introduce. After that many things happened and I was very happy that Mrs. Padmavati steadied the school. She never allowed the parents to come and boss over. I was very happy about it. But I had no choice. I had only parents, so I could not boss over them. But they were all my servants, I should say, because there were only 3 ambassadors, for the whole factory, for all the 1,000 engineers. Whenever the school wanted, they'll send one ambassador to me. I had to take our staff there. And before I close, I again would like to appreciate Professor Krishnan, who and his wife built up the school like anything. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. That was a very humorous talk, very appreciating. We didn't know this history of our school. Thank you, sir. And when you left it there, what happened next? It's history. Srimati Vai Padmavati, she continued from 1967 to 1983. You all have witnessed her dynamism. At this age, when she comes here, I think she has attracted more crowd than any cinema hero can do or a heroine can do. Nobody can surpass her dynamism. Thank you, ma'am. Eminent personality. She was a pioneer for so many things in the township schools. Science exhibitions, sports days, annual days, all these took a beginning with her behind those and the team that she has built. She worked as an NGO for Andhra Mahila Sabha, secretary for Obul Reddy Public School, chairperson for Andhra Mahila Sabha Special School, served for 12 years there. She retired only 2 months ago. She is still a regular member on the interview boards of highly reputed institutions for selecting principals and vice principals. Ma'am, we are honored that you are here and we would like to hear a few words from you.
Mr. Vanchu, my beloved colleagues here and my beloved colleagues as teachers, and above all, the wonderful students who have organized the show today. It's a great pleasure and privilege to come here, to come and see that the buds that we raised have become so powerful and not only flowered, they've become fruit and they're spreading message all over the world. A teacher's effect, they say, goes down not only to the student, but through generations. I'm sure you must be talking about your teachers to your children, who, being today's children, must be looking slightly askance at you. This madman talking about madder women. But still the values are there. When I came to the school first in 67, I did not pass through the teething troubles of Mr. Raman. He had done all that earlier. The building was there.